Hello students. So we will be continuing with the arithmetic progression. In the first video of the arithmetic progression, we dealt with what is actually arithmetic progression and when a series is said to be in a progression, in arithmetic progression. So children, let me repeat again. A series is said to be an arithmetic progression if the common difference is constant throughout. That is, the difference between any two common terms, any two consecutive common terms is constant throughout. This constant or this common difference can be 0, negative or positive. 0 if all the terms are same, negative if the terms are decreasing in order like 2, 1, 0, -1 and so on, and positive if it is increasing in order. So we can write over here 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 and so on. So arithmetic progression now. In this arithmetic progression, suppose I consider over here 2, 4, 6, 8 and so on. Suppose anyone asks you, or if the query in your mind comes that what will be the suppose 998th term. If anyone is asking that in this what will be the 999th term, then obviously either you will have to calculate which will take time, or what you will do, since it is an order of a series of even numbers, then you can calculate, but this is not possible in all the cases. So we have to derive, or we have to give one formula for the nth term of an AP, which is also called the general term of an AP. So let us start. So right now we will be doing the formula for the general term of an AP. So general term of an arithmetic progression or AP. The statement: the general term of an AP, I am considering the AP as A plus D, A plus 2D and so on, is given as or given by Tn. Mind that over here in some book it is written by UN, in some books it is written as AN. NCERT follows AN, RS Agarwal follows TN, some other books follows MUN as well. But it's your choice whatever you do, but in the examination you should understand the symbolization as well. So I am using TN. The general term of an AP A plus D, A plus 2D and so on is given by Tn equals to A plus n minus 1 into D. So we have to prove that the nth term, that is the general term of an AP, is A plus n minus 1 into D, also called nth term of given AP. So I mentioned over here nth term as well. So in the its proving part never comes, but let us prove it, or let us understand how this formula can be derived. So proof for the given AP. What is the AP? A plus D, A plus 2D and so on. The first term T1 equals to A. Now this A we can write as A plus 1 minus 1 into D, because 1 minus 1 is 0. So 0 into D is 0. So this equals to A if we solve it, and this is A. Now T2 equals to A plus D. Now this we can write as A plus 2 minus 1 into D. And T3 equals to A plus 2D. Now this also we can write as or frame as A plus 3 minus 1 into D. So why we are framing? To set a pattern. You can see for T1 it is 1 minus 1. It is for T2 it is 2 minus 1. For T3 it is 3 minus 1 and so on. So if I write the dot 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 for so on, so therefore Tn equals to a plus n minus 1 into d, and this only is the formula. Tn equals to a plus n minus 1 into d. Therefore, Tn equals to a plus n minus 1 into d is the general term or nth term of an AP whose first term is A and common difference D. So let us understand this formula practically with the help of few sums. So I am writing the topic sums based on nth term of an AP. Sums based on nth term of an AP. Now, suppose the question comes as find the 25th term. Question 1. Find the 25th term of the AP minus 5, minus 5 by 2, 0, 5 by 2, and so on. So we have to find the 25th term. So in the solution part, we will be writing here the given AP is, or we can start with the given AP is the given AP is minus 5, minus 5 by 2, 0, 5 by 2, and so on. Therefore, A equals to first term equals to minus 5, D equals to common difference equals to minus 5 by 2 minus of minus 5 equals to minus 5 by 2 plus 5 equals to minus 5 plus 10 by 2 equals to 5 by 2. Therefore, nth term, don't write therefore, now nth term equals to Tn equals to A plus n minus 1 into D. Therefore, 25th term equals to T25 equals to A plus 25 minus 1 into D equals to, let us put the values, minus 5 plus of 24 into 5 by 2. Now 2 ones are and 12s are. So this will be minus 5 plus of 60 equals to 55. And this will be the answer. So 25th term of this given AP is 55. So I think now you can understand the importance of the general term of the AP, that is the nth term of the AP. Let us do few more type of the sums based on the nth term of an AP. Let us take question number 2. Now these questions which I am taking the types is from R.S. Agarwal. This is the first question number. The first question which I did was example 4. The second question which I am writing is example number 5 in my book. You can check which number is there in your book. Now question number 2 which is written is, if the nth term of an AP, if the nth term of an AP is 5n minus of 2. Find number 1 its first term, common difference, and 19th term. Number 1 is first term, number 2 is common difference, and number 3 is 19th term. So now you can see the general term is given in terms of n, and we have to find the required 3 things. So let us start. Here, for the given AP, let A be the first term and D be the common difference. Means I am taking an AP, considering an AP in which A is the first term and D is the common difference. Now, Tn equals to 5n minus 1. Nth term of an AP is 5n minus 1. So this implies A plus, no, this implies T1 equals to 5 into 1 minus 2 equals to 3. T2 equals to 5 into 2 minus of 2 equals to 10 minus of 2 equals to 8. T3 equals to 5 into 3 minus of 2 equals to 15 minus of 2 equals to 13. So I think we have got the series. So number 1, what it is asked? First term. Therefore, T1 equals to A equals to 2. Number 2, 19th term. T19 equals to A plus 19 minus 1 into D. So this will be equals to 2 plus 18 into D. Now D we have to calculate. Therefore, the given AP is 3. Very sorry, here T1 is 3. The given AP is 3, 8, 13 and so on. Therefore, common difference equals to 8 minus of 3 equals to 5. So, we have the first term as 3 and the common difference as 5. So, T19 is A plus 19 minus 1 into D. So, this is 3 plus of 18 into D. D is 5. So T19 will be 3 plus 90 equals to 93. Number 3rd, what we have to find? Oh, 3rd was T19. Now second is common difference. Actually second we have done over here. So after 1 you write over here number 2 and this one as number 3. I did not see this sequence. So over here the nth term of the AP is 5n minus 1. So Tn equals to 5n minus 1. Now when we put n equals to 1 to 3 and so on, we will be getting T1, T2, T3 and so on. Now once the terms we have got the AP. So the AP is 3, 8, 13 and so on. Therefore the first term is 3, the common difference is 5. Now the question is asking first term is 3. Number 2, common difference is 5, and the 19th term T19 is A plus 19 minus 1 into D, that is 93. Let us move to one more type. Question number 3. Question 3. I am taking another example from RS only. The question is, if the seventh term of an AP, if the seventh term of an AP is 1 by 9 and ninth term is 1 by 7, find its 63rd term. So seventh term is 1 by 9. So given T7 equals to 1 by 9 and T9 ninth term is 1 by 7. What we have to find is 63rd term. Now this implies, you can write over here to find T63. Now then the all introduction given to find and then the solution part. Let A be the first term, and D be the common difference for the given AP. Then T7 equals to 1 by 9 implies A plus 6D equals to 1 by 9. T9 equals to, how much it is? 1 by 7 implies A plus 8D means n minus 1, 8D equals to 1 by 7. Now this is equation 1 and this is equation 2. Now I am writing equation 1 implies A plus 6D equals to 1 by 9. I am subtracting it. Subtracting either 1 from 2 or 2 from 1, your wish. 1 from 2. We have, if we subtract it, minus minus minus. A will be cancelled. 2D will be equals to 1 by 7 minus 1 by 9. This will be equals to 9 minus 7 by 63. So therefore 2D equals to 2 by 63. This implies D equals to 1 by 63. What it is asked? 63rd term. So therefore T63 is equals to A plus 63 minus 1 into D equals to A plus 62D. Now I have calculated D, so I have to calculate A as well. So before this I need A as well. This will be equation number 3. Now from any of these values we will be calculating the value of D. Now A plus 6D equals to 1 by 9 implies A plus 6 into 1 by 63 equals to 1 by 9. This implies A equals to 3 2s and 3 2s 3 1s, 1 by 9 minus 2 by 21. So A will be equals to 63, I think will be the LCM, 7, 21 3s and 3 2s 6 equals to 1 by 63. So D value is also 1 by 63 and A value also is 1 by 63. Let us make it equation number 4. So we have got the value of A and D. So simple over here substitution. So 1 by 63 plus of 62 into 1 by 63. So this will be equals to 1 plus of 62 by 63 equals to 63 by 63 equals to 1. So 63rd term is 1. and hence this is the answer. Let us move to few more types. So children, now you can consider this AP topic as an easy topic because it is calculation based and you people love calculation, isn't it? Let us do one more sum. Example number 9, let me do. Which term, this is question number 4th I suppose. Which term, question is, which term of the AP 3, 15, 27, 39 and so on will be 120 more than its 21st term. So see this type of the question. In this question it is given which term of the AP. AP is given, it means A is given, D is given. When A is given, D is given, calculation is lesser. Now it is said at which term, in this AP, which term will be 120 more than 21st term. Means 21st term plus 120 is which term. I think now you get the answer. So let us start. Solution. Now I am not writing this introduction part, let A, D and all what it is. I am directly solving now. Which term of the AP? So here I am directly writing the given AP is 3, 15, 27, 39 and so on. Therefore, A equals to 3 and D equals to 15 minus of 3 equals to 12. Now, we can write directly also Tn or required n, but I am writing first 21st term. Now T21 equals to A plus 20D equals to 3 plus 20 into 12 equals to 3 plus 240 equals to 243. Let nth term be 120 more than 21st term. Then Tn equals to T21 plus 120 equals to 243 plus 120 equals to 3, 6 and 3. 3, 6 and 3. So nth term is 363. Now which term? This n value we have to find. This implies A plus n minus 1 into D equals to 363. This implies A value is 3 plus n minus 1 and D value is 12 equals to 363. This implies n minus 1 into 12 equals to 360. This 363 minus 3 will be 360. This implies n minus 1 equals to 360 by 12. 12 1 ja, 12 3 ja. This implies n equals to 30 plus 1 equals to 31. Therefore, 31st term is 120 more than 21st term. I think now you understand. So in AP, sums based on AP, whether it is the nth term or the sum, you simply go with what it is given. You will definitely be getting the answers. Very easy topic it is. The thing is that only formula you remember, nth term and sum of nth term. Only two formulas in AP. All sums are based on these two formulas only. So utilization should be understood by you. Now next, number 5. The question which or the type which I am taking is All questions I am writing because the number of the questions, the numbering is different for all the books. Question is 51 a term of the AP 5, 8, 11, 14 and so on. So AP is given and it is asked, is 51 a term of this AP? So let us check it. Solution for the given AP 5, 8, 11, 14 and so on. A equals to 5 and D equals to 8 minus of 5 equals to 3. Let nth term be 51. Then Tn equals to 51 implies A plus n minus 1 into D equals to 51. This implies 5 plus n minus 1 into 3 equals to 51. This implies n minus 1 into 3 equals to 51 minus 5 equals to 6 and over here 4. Yes, this implies n minus 1 equals to 46 by 3. Therefore, n equals to 46 by 3 plus 1 equals to 46 plus 3 by 3 equals to 49 by 3, which is not coming as a whole number, which is not a complete number or a whole number, which is not a whole number, because numbering should be no first number, second number, third number means terms, first term, second term, third term. It cannot be 49 by 3, 49 by third term. So which is not a whole number. Therefore 51 is not a term of the given AP. This will be the answer. Now suppose over here it will come as, suppose it will come as 49. So obviously it is a whole number and hence 51 will be the 49th term of the AP, of the given AP. So I think you understand this type of the sums as well. Question number 6. Question number 6 is saying, how many terms are there in the AP? How many terms are there in the AP 7, 11, 15 and so on till 139. So we have to find the value of n. So solution here, A equals to 7, D is equals to 4. How many terms? So Tn, now Tn also is given, last term Tn equals to 139. Now here to find part and all you will be writing Tn equals to A plus n minus 1 into D. This implies A value is how much? 7 plus n minus 1 into 4 equals to 139. This implies n minus 1 into 4 equals to 139 minus 7 equals to 132. This implies n minus 1 equals to 4 3s are 4 3s are. This implies n equals to 34. Therefore, number of terms in the AP or in the given AP is 34. So this question, this type of the question deals with the number of terms or how many are the value of what is the value of n. One important question I am dealing over here. Question series I always forget. Question number 7 I am writing. If this also is a solved example in your book. Just see, if not understood, you refer over there as well. If the mth term of an AP be 1 by m and nth term is 1 by m, then prove that mnth term is 1. So let us start with the given facts. Solution. Tm equals to mth term. Tm equals to 1 by n. This implies a plus m minus 1 into d equals to 1 by n. Children, take care here. A and D, you should give the introduction. Let A be the first term and D be the common difference of the given AP. And then only you start. Tm equals to 1 by n. This implies this formula I have written. Tn equals to 1 by m. This implies a plus n minus 1 into d equals to 1 by m. Now we have to prove some number of mnth term is 1. Now whenever such sum comes, your target should be to find the value of a and d. Now here in these two equations we can see this a is common. So by subtracting, obviously a will be eliminated and we will be getting the value of d. That value of d substitution in either of these equations will give the value of a, and hence a and d got. So such sums always same type of calculation it is. So 1 and 2. So 1 minus 2 implies. So let us change the sign, minus, minus and minus. So these two will be cancelled and we will be getting m minus 1 minus of n plus 1. Right, subtraction into d is equals to 1 by n minus of 1 by m. Now this 1 will be cancelled. This implies m minus of n into d is equals to m minus of n by mn. This m minus n is cancelled. This implies d is equals to 1 by mn. Let us make it number 3. Now putting d equals to 1 by mn in either of the equations, let us put in 1, we have a plus m minus 1 into 1 by mn equals to 1 by n. This implies a plus, directly I am writing a equals to 1 by n minus m minus 1 by mn. So this will be equals to m minus of m plus of 1 by mn. Children, you try to solve by your own. Do the calculation by your own. Don't see the calculation from here or from any of the books. So a also is coming as 1 by mn. This is equation number 4. So we have got the value of a as well as d as 1 by mn. A value is 1 by mn, d value is 1 by mn. Now we have to prove that the mnth term is 1. Remember the value of a and d. Therefore, mnth term equals to a plus mn minus 1 into d equals to 1 by mn plus mn minus 1 into 1 by mn. So we are getting 1 plus of mn minus 1 by mn. So this will be equals to mn by mn, which will be equals to 1, and hence simply you write hence proved. So this question is important as well. It has come many times. Now one more question. How many 3-digit numbers are divisible by 7? Question number 8. How many 3-digit numbers. 3-digit numbers are divisible by 7. So here we have to find the number of 3-digit numbers which are divisible by 7. So here one rough part, either you do the calculation in rough part or in mind, your wish, but you please make a habit of making, because direct AP also we can make, but even then make a habit of making the rough column, it will help you. Okay, so over here 3-digit number start from 100 and goes till 999. Okay, now the first 3-digit number which is divisible by 7 we have to find out. So we will divide this 100 by 7. 7 1 is 7, over here 3, 28, left is 2. Now this 2 if I subtract, it will not be divisible, it will be not a 3-digit number, but if I add over here something, means 200, if I add something, we will be getting a number divisible, a 3-digit number divisible by 7. So 100 plus of 7 minus 2 equals to 105. Remember, this minus 2, 7 minus 2. If I have to, actually this question is what number should be subtracted. Now the question is, suppose, forget this. Question is what number should be added to 100 so that it is divisible by 7. What number should be added to 100 so that it is divisible by 7. So for that question what we will do, 100 we will divide by 7, whatever is the remainder, that 7 minus 2 plus, that is 5, and if I add 5 to 100, that is 105 is the first number divisible by, first 3-digit number which is divisible by 7. Now if it is 2-digit number, we have to, the last 2-digit number divisible by 7, obviously 100 minus 2, that is 98. So I think now you understand what I want to say. So first 3-digit number divisible by 7 is 105. Now the last 3-digit number which is divisible by 7, for that also 999 divided by 7. Five is remainder. Now over here, if I subtract 5 over here, I'll be getting 3-digit number only. But if I add something, the 7 minus of 5, that is 2 if I add, obviously it will be divisible by 7, but it will not be a 3-digit number. So here I will follow the subtraction method. So 999 minus 5 will be equals to 4, 9 and 9. So 994 is the last 3-digit number divisible by 7. So this all should be in your rough column or in your mind. So we will start with solution. The given AP is 105. Now 105 plus 7 will be 112. 112 plus 7 will be equals to 119 and so on till the last number also 994. Now once we get the AP, first term, common difference and nth term, all we have got. So after this the calculation is very easy. How many terms? So here A equals to 105, D equals to obviously 7 and nth term is 994. Therefore Tn equals to 994 implies A plus n minus 1 into D equals to 994 implies 105 plus n minus 1 into 7 equals to 994. This implies n minus 1 into 7 equals to 994 minus of 105. So this will be equals to 9, 8 and 9 minus 1 is 8. 889. Therefore n minus 1 will be equals to 889 by 7. 7 1 ja. So this will be equals to 127. This implies n equals to 127 plus 1, that is 128. So 128 digits are there, 3-digit numbers are there which are divisible by 7. So now if it is 4-digit number, if it is 5-digit number, if over here it is 9, 8, 13 and so on, you can solve such type of the sums. And these type of the sums usually comes in the examination under 2 and sometimes under 3 mark section as well. One more type of we can write over here. Question number 7, 8. I always forget number 9. How many multiples of 4? How many multiples of 4 lie between 10 and 250? Now this will be to some extent a similar question to the last question. How many multiples of 4 between this and this? So first number after 10, which is multiple of 4, we will find out, and the last number, if it is divisible by 4, it's okay. Otherwise, prior to this one number we have to find which is divisible by 4, and hence do the same calculation. I think this sum you can try by your own as well. Now one more topic I want to teach you. To find the nth term from the end of an AP. Let me rub it. To find the nth term from the end of an AP. Now, to find the nth term from the end of an AP means, suppose any AP is there 3, 6, 9, 12 and so on. Now, the last term, suppose it is any number, randomly I am saying suppose any number x. Now the question is asking find 7th term from the end of this AP. So for this, if any formula is there, it will be easy for us. Otherwise, we will have to find the value of n and then utilize the formula which we are knowing. So find the nth term from the end. So for this one statement I am writing nth term from the end of an AP a plus d, a plus 2d, comma. So let the last term be L, then before last term it will be L minus d, and before to that will be L minus 2d, and like this. Last term minus the common difference, last term minus twice of the common difference, and so on. So nth term from the end of this AP, this one, where A is the first term, D is the common difference, and L is the last term, is given as Tn dash. I am writing because we used to write Tn for the nth term from the starting. Tn dash equals to, remember what was Tn? Tn is A plus n minus 1 into D. So no change over here. In place of A, it will be L over here. In place of plus, it will be minus over here, and the rest all things will be same. So Tn dash equals to L minus n minus 1 into D. You can see L, it is minus always, and over here 0d, 1d, 2d, and so on. So same formula actually, but in place of A it is L, in plus it is minus. You can understand the pattern also and hence can remember the formula. If proving part you require, actually it is not required. So from the last, T1 dash equals to L minus, remember the formula, L minus 1 into D. T2 dash equals to L minus of D equals to L minus of 2 minus 1 into D. T3 dash equals to L minus of 2D equals to L minus of 3 minus of 1 into D, and so on. Therefore Tn dash equals to L minus of n minus of 1 into D is the formula for the nth term from the end of an AP equals to nth term from the end of given AP. This concept may be required in some cases, so keep in mind. Now all the types of the sums I have discussed. Now we will be going to exercise 5.2 of NCERT. So till then children, goodbye. I will be making one more video for exercise 5.2. Let me see once how many questions are there. 5.2, 20 questions are there. So be prepared. In the next video, exercise 5.2 we will discuss. And then sum of n terms of an AP, and in sum of n terms of an AP only formula based questions are there. The word problems are striked off. So we will be doing the same. Chalo. Till then, goodbye children. Thank you.